This is week 1 coding assignment for Promineo Tech's front-end bootcamp. The instructions this week were to create a website using only HTML with a homepage named index.html and at least 3 pages with links to navigate between all of them, 2 different sizes headers, a list, 3 images, a table, and a form. I chose to make 4 pages, as you can see up at the top here. I used a shortcut to input the boilerplate text and then copied and pasted it onto the other 3 pages to make it quicker. I started with an image at the top of the home page. I set the width to 100% so that no matter what the width of your screen was, it would match it. Followed by a main header and 2 sections, one of which contains another image. However, this image, I set its width to 400 pixels so that it would remain the same size even if you moved the screen. Down at the bottom, I created 4 links. I renamed the link for this page top, since it puts you to the top of the page, and then left the other 3 as is. I also added a footer, copied and pasted the links and the footer to the other 3 pages, and renamed the links as necessary. Let's go ahead and move to the next page. For this page, I put this title header up at the top, followed by sections that each have their own header. For the table, I wanted it to look more like a table and added a border of 1. For this section, in order to put the image in the very middle of the text, I split the text into 2 separate paragraphs. As you can see on all pages, I have used horizontal lines to delineate the breaks between sections. For this one, I used 2 unordered lists, as there were 2 sets of information I wanted to communicate, neither of which needed to be in order. Each of them is in their own section with their own header. And down at the bottom of this section, you'll notice that the text is in bold. I used the B tag for HTML in order to make it bold so that it would put emphasis on this text. In the contact page, I created a form with required tags on the first name, last name, and email. If I type in my name and my email, and I'll be able to click submit, and you can see that it has submitted. For this, you can select 1 or more, as I decided to use checkbox values. For these checkbox values, I used short forms on their value rather than the long version that was for their label. In order to keep the line from being right under the submit button, I also used a line break. I've done that on a couple of the other pages as well, just to break it up and make it look better. And that is the entire website for this week's project.